And so it's going to be kind of different layers of living today. So we're currently live, we're speaking to you guys, and we're going to be demoing this, right? So we're rocking and rolling. So welcome everybody to LinkedIn for Breakfast. Fantastic to see you here. First of all, please apologies if you're seeing this or you just joined the group or you're watching this on the replay. You'll notice that my face is looking pretty mangled. I picked up a viral infection, and so pretty feeling pretty ropey. My face is showing you the story of it, and but nevertheless, LinkedIn for breakfast. The show must go on. So here we are. Here we are. So great to see you all, and we're going to be talking about LinkedIn Live. We're going to talk about why, how, what is LinkedIn Live? How does it fit into your overall strategy? So let's share the slides and give you the agenda for today. And before we start, and many of you who have been on these sessions before will just remember that we like to just let you know kind of what our mission is for these calls. We want to make LinkedIn for Breakfast the best place on the planet, essentially, for you to be able to use or learn how to use LinkedIn for things like business development, that's the lead generation piece, and brand expansion. That's the getting people to recognize you, recognize your logo, know who you are. So kind of build your credibility as well as generate leads. So that's our mission here to really help you unlock the potential of it. And our vision is to make this the best place on earth to learn LinkedIn for free. And genuinely, this is absolutely for free. We do these sessions live every single week. We've got an amazing community called LinkedIn for Breakfast, which Flora will drop into the chat. If you're watching this with the replay, it's basically just school.com/LinkedIn hyphen for hyphen breakfast. That is our URL. You can find this community, or you just go to linkedinforbreakfast.com and you'll be able to find a link to this community. It's totally free to join, and there's free training in there. There's free courses. There's these free events. We do things like a community corner where we all share links to our LinkedIn profiles. We also have like a LinkedIn engagement pod where we can support each other's posts. So jump into there and help us to be able to make this a really vibrant community. Cool. So our agenda for today is what is LinkedIn Live and how do you use it? How do we set it up? How do you do the first one? Some tips and tricks, what software to use. Then we're going to have a quick breakout room, just a sort of 2-3 minute breakout room, and just to be able to share the experiences from the group. So we're going to go away, get other people to share their thoughts or to share their opinions on, if they're going to try it, why they should try it. And the hope is that as a group, you can discuss actually, well, this sounds like a good idea, and I might go give this a go, and other people can share their experiences because sometimes it's good to see what others have done, not just me rabbiting away from the front here. And then we're going to come back together and we're going to give you the opportunity, if you want to also get your LinkedIn profile audited by myself or one of my team to be able to help you to set it up right, not just for LinkedIn Live, but also for that brand awareness and lead generation. So stick around for that in part 3. Cool. So getting started with LinkedIn Live, it's really super simple to be able to access the ability to go live. And you can go live on both your profile and also on a page. You just have to make sure that you've got 150 followers on that page or 150 followers or connections on your profile. So most of us have that many connections, and so we can go and use it and access it, which is great. The second thing is that it's not a actual native tool within LinkedIn. There is no button on LinkedIn to say, hey, go live. You actually have to use a third-party software to do it, which is, a bit annoying they haven't brought that in, but I imagine it's something to do with them not wanting to have that much volume of data streaming through their servers. They'd much prefer third-party tools to be able to deal with that volume of data, which is why they've kind of not put it as a native feature. Whereas on Facebook, it is a native feature, so you can just go live on Facebook, for example, or on Instagram, for example. LinkedIn is not the case. So, what tool do I recommend you use? Well, I love StreamYard. And the reason why I love it is that it costs my favorite number to stream on LinkedIn, which is free. And that gives you the ability to set up an account, get this going. There's no cost involved, and I'm going to show you exactly how that works. I've never paid for StreamYard because I've not been that worried about paying for the premium features, which, as you can see from this demonstration here, this diagram, allows you to stream automatically or at the same time to Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and it's just brought out Instagram as well. So the idea is that instead of having to do multiple different streams to different channels, you would be able to just do one stream and it goes out to all of those channels, and the comments and the likes and stuff aggregate together into the platform. It's very clever. And if you are serious about streaming, which by the way, if you haven't done it before, don't upgrade, just use the free one. But if you love it and you can see some real benefit in it, then you, of course, you would upgrade and you would simultaneously go across those different networks. So that's there. It's totally capable of it. Other ones of note, if you like to have a little look at different software, if you're inclined to kind of check out a few options, then Restream is the only other one I'd recommend. Restream. Again, freemium model. You can use it for free. I just find StreamYard a little bit more bubbly and nice and easy to find the buttons to click on, hence why it's really easy for me to demo. But I like both of them, right? So I'm going to give you a link in here. Now, this link, by the way, will give you, it's an affiliate link. And if you do go on to actually upgrade at some point, if you haven't set up if you haven't set this up yet, it's worth just setting up a new account with this link. You still would be able to use it for free. You don't ever need to worry about upgrading, but if you ever did upgrade, it will give you some money off when you do upgrade. So it's probably worth, if you haven't set up a StreamYard account, to click on that link and go and set up an account there. You could even do that now if you wanted to, or just have it in a browser ready and waiting for you. Good. When you click on that link, you will see here that you've been referred to StreamYard and you will receive a credit once you've signed up, right? So that credit will just sit, you can see that little blue box at the bottom. It will just sit on your account ready if you did ever upgrade. I've got a load of those credits and I've never upgraded, so I've never used them. But hey, at one point it might happen, right? So once you go and log in and sign up, you find yourself in this sort of homepage, if you like, where it's asking you to add destinations for your streams. Now, the cool thing about this is you can start to see that, wow, okay, not only can I actually stream to a Facebook page and a Facebook group and also to a Facebook profile, you can stream to all of those things. You can also stream to LinkedIn pages and profiles, as I mentioned. You can stream to your YouTube channel and you can stream to Twitter, right? So it gives you these different options. It will also allow you to create shorts and reels from your stream. So you can record it and then you can chop it into these little short 1 minute videos as well. So it's actually quite a cool little video editor from your stream. So you can live stream and then repurpose it into little short videos. So you've got that as an option within StreamYard. So the tool has got loads of different abilities and different stuff that we can play about with when you go and use this. But the main thing to say is that because you choose LinkedIn when you first start, doesn't mean that you can't ever stream to YouTube or Facebook. You just can't do it at the same time. So you could do a 5 minute stream to Facebook, and then 10 minutes later, you can do a 5 minute stream to LinkedIn or a 10 minute stream to LinkedIn. So you can chop and change between these. You just can't do them at the same time for the free model, but you just upgrade. It's not expensive if you want to do them at the same time. So there you go. That's it. So once you click on that to say, hey, I want to actually then start to stream to LinkedIn, it will do this usual, hey, are you okay with us sharing all your data and your bank account details and your social security number with StreamYard? And then you've got to say yes. Obviously, it's not going to share all those details, but it's going to give, that kind of classic name, photo, are you okay with this? Once you say yes, then it just allows LinkedIn to say, okay, that's cool. StreamYard plugs into our platform. Great. And then you might then see a notification that pings up like this, which says LinkedIn Live Access. And there'll be a little note here that says LinkedIn says you're not approved for LinkedIn Live. And you go, oh God, what's wrong with that? And in gray at the bottom, it will say note that LinkedIn approves pages and profiles separately. So it's possible your profile meets the requirements, but your page doesn't, right? So some of us, when we've created our experience going back a few years may have put in a LinkedIn page for a business that we used to run or a little project we used to be part of, 10 years ago. That will then count as a LinkedIn page. And if you're the owner of that page and that page hasn't got over 150 followers, it will ping up as this, right? And so that's why this notification comes up. Please don't worry, just press return to dashboard. And I can guarantee you, as long as you've got over 150 connections on your personal profile, you will be able to live stream, right? So that's just like a kind of warning. So don't worry. And then return to dashboard. Cool. So this is where it gets fun. So let me just jump into the live dashboard. Oh, and that's me streaming, me talking about streaming. And I'm about to do streaming live on this group while streaming. So we're going to go, it's like, is it Divergence where you go like different layers deep? That's what we're about to go down onto, right? So this is the StreamYard dashboard, and you'll come into this dashboard like this, and you've got the things that you can create a recording, an on-air webinar, or a live stream. So what I want you to do is I'm going to show you how to do this. It's so easy. You just press live stream. And because I've got my YouTube and my LinkedIn hooked up, I can do this. I can go, actually, which one do I want to do? And I'm going to go and click my LinkedIn, right? And what I can then do is if I've already set up an event, so some of the times we set up an event and we can go and invite people to the event on LinkedIn, I can actually find one of my events and I can actually live stream into that event. So for example, I could click on this. Okay, fine. I don't have any live events on LinkedIn currently, so that's why I can't stream on this. But if you did, you would do that. What I'm going to do is if you set this up and actually click this schedule for later, it's going to set up an event on LinkedIn and then we can start to invite people to it. So I'm going to set up two streams for you as a demo. I'm going to set up one that's an event that's going to happen, a live stream that's going to happen at 12 o'clock today as a demo to you. And then I'm going to show you on LinkedIn how you can see it and get more people to invite to your live stream. And then the second one I'm going to set up just as a straight away live stream. We're going to live stream live on this call now, right? So first of all, let's set up a stream that's set up for let's do that again. So which into that, and we're going to go into this demo of how to live stream as the description, and I'm going to schedule it for later, and I'm going to then say it's today at, I don't know, let's say, let's change that to 12 p.m., 12:15 p.m. Lovely, good stuff. And then I'm going to upload a thumbnail to this. And so I'm going to go onto my thumbnails. I'm going to find a thumbnail. Here we go live every day. Great. Nice thumbnail. Now, you can't do a thumbnail if you're just going to go straight away and stream. This thumbnail is actually to set up the LinkedIn event. So you've got an event set up, and then, of course, that event will help to promote your event. So I'm going to set apply that, and that's all I'm going to do. So by doing this, I'm going to go create a live stream. And now what happens is it's talking to LinkedIn and it's actually building out that event on LinkedIn, right? And now it will sit here to say, look, I created it today at 9:18 and I've scheduled it for 12 o'clock, right? So that gives me the ability at 12 o'clock to come in here, enter studio and do a live stream. So that's cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump on and actually do a live stream live. So I'm going to click on my LinkedIn logo. I'm then going to say I'm going to do this demo live about hello, about lives, and this will actually be the post that's going to go out. Um, uh, that's going to go out with this. So I'm not going to schedule for later. I'm just going to create live stream and I'm going to enter this studio, right? Now the studio is where all the magic happens, okay? So you can see here, look, here I am. So I've got a Navi camera here. And I can speak to you over here. So this is me being able to speak to this camera. And this is me set up in my office here, right? And then you can give yourself a display name. You can give yourself a headline. You can say, you could call yourself the CEO of, if you wanted, just have your company name in there. So you can see how it starts to set up your live stream like this. If you haven't got a working mic like this and your camera's wrong, just go to settings and then you can look at the different audios and stuff. You can actually add a virtual background if I wanted to and put a nice little brick in and it will then in a second, here you go. This is me against a wall, etc. Or you can blur your background. So you can still do all of that stuff in the general settings, right? Good. So I'm now going to enter the studio. So again, don't worry, nothing is going live. This button top right is when we go live, okay? And that's what happens. Okay. So in here, I can do, I've got my stage, and what I've got down here, bottom right, is me basically in the green room. So if I go live now, I won't actually be live. This black background will be live. It's only when I enter myself to the stage, here I am, like on the stage, like chatting away here. Wish I cleared my desk up and stuff beforehand, but there you go anyway. So here you go. And so then once I'm in the stage, there's some great stuff I can do, right? I can actually add a presentation. So if I wanted to add some slides, I can click them on like this, and now I've got my slides and I can work through my slides like this. Happy days, right? Really nice and easy to work through slides. So there's lots of nice little features that I can play about with. Then there's other stuff across here like banners that I can add in. And also I can add in things like media assets like countdowns, right? So what I'm going to do actually, guys, because I think it'll be fun, why don't I just go live, and instead of demonstrating this to you in private, I'm just going to go live and demonstrate these things live whilst talking to you, right? So here we go. If we go live here, and if I want to, I can add a little video intro. So you could do like a little video intro, but I don't need to worry about that. I'm going to go live, and I'm going to actually add a countdown timer onto this. So I don't know if you can actually hear this countdown timer, but this is the countdown timer that goes on. Can we hear the countdown timer? No? Okay. So what happens is the countdown timer's got like a music that plays behind it, and they won't be able to hear me at all. But you can see here it's going live. And once it goes live, I can then go and add me to the stage, right? So here we go, one and here. And I can go, hi everybody. So you're probably watching this live on LinkedIn. And I'm able to demonstrate this because I've got two cameras on here. So if I'm speaking to a Zoom room full of people who have joined me for LinkedIn for Breakfast, and I'm demonstrating the back end of StreamYard, which is what I'm streaming live on. You on LinkedIn are seeing me through this camera. I can say hello, and my people who are watching this from LinkedIn for Breakfast can see me through this camera. Now they can see the back end dashboard, so they can see all the cool buttons that I'm pressing to do this live stuff, whereas you can just see the live. So hopefully this is all going to work out okay. But the nice thing about something like StreamYard is that I can do cool things and banners like this, right? So I can click a banner and I can say, good morning to people. And I can also then say, ask questions now if people want to ask questions now. So I get these ability to do these banners. And if I wanted to create a banner, I could just go create a banner like this. I can then click if I want to scroll it across the bottom, or if I don't want to. If I can add a banner, and then it will just pop up as test. So there's a fixed banner that can go above my scrolling banner, right? So that's pretty cool. And I can press then hide. And so it just means that if I'm presenting, I can bring out different questions and bullet points as I go. So I can get all these things set up. So if I wanted to talk about the topic, which is how to get more inbound leads, I can then actually have that tickering across the bottom of my stream, which will be cool in terms of the demonstration of it. If I'm having comments, I could actually see people if they're commenting on LinkedIn. And if I do then have a comment pop up, like a real comment, so if anybody is watching this live on the live stream, feel free to comment. But if they don't, then I can just show a demo comment here. So I've got my StreamYard live viewer demo comment here, which is cool. Now, if there is anybody on this, and sometimes this happens, sometimes it doesn't, but if there's anybody on here that knows StreamYard and has got a StreamYard account, I can actually put a link to for them to join me actually on this stream. So that link is there. And if anybody actually knows StreamYard or has done it before, who can see this in the chat within the LinkedIn for Breakfast group, this link here will allow them to actually pop up as a guest and join me live on this actual live stream, which is cool. And if they do, then I can put a side-by-side view and I can add them to the stage, etc. Talking about adding to the stage, I can also have slides and I can add slides to the stage, which I was demonstrating like this. And I can actually change my view so I can get a little bit larger next to these slides, or I can go bottom left-hand corner with these slides. So that's cool. And as I'm demonstrating it, you won't be able to see the pop-ups if you're watching this on LinkedIn, but the LinkedIn for Breakfast people can see that I can click this next slide button like this. And if the ticker becomes a little bit too annoying, I can then come out, can bring it out, and I can still do this. And then I get through to the end, and then I can say, hey guys, ask some questions now. And then people can ask some questions in the comments. There's some other cool stuff that you can do in terms of just changing the style of it. So if I wanted to change the design of it, I can do this. If I wanted to change my brand colors, I can then work it into blue. And now suddenly I've got some nice, cool blue brand colors coming in. And first of all, we've got Les. So thank you, Les. So Les has given a nice comment in here. So you can see how Les has commented on this chat and he's pinged up now. And it actually looks really nice. Like you got his profile photo there, his name and his comment. It looks really cool, doesn't it? I mean, if I wanted to then go back and show you how the comments change when I change the style, if I go back to classic, then Les would have this different. So you can see how it's quite significant in terms of the changes of the brands, how it works. So I quite like the classic look. And actually, we can then change our brand colors. Wow, that's a bit crazy one. To whatever we want. There we go. We'll go and pick. Not that that's your color, Les, or it might well be. I don't know, but that's my color, and I'm going to go for this. So we're going to do it. Great. So let's go jump back in and change. So we can go to the gold of $1 million sprint. So you can see there's some cool stuff going on. And we've got another comment that's just come in, or a few comments in here. Graham's in here saying, really good session for demo purposes. Fantastic. And we've also got Jan, love this, very useful tutorial. Thank you. Appreciate that, guys. That's awesome. Now, if I do have someone that does jump on and asks to join the live stream, I can actually have a private chat with them and I can say, going to Q&A now, and that would then pop up for them. And so I can almost guide anybody that I'm interviewing or say like, we've got 5 mins left. And then that can pop up as we're interviewing them on the live stream. And that works really well. Oh, Jimmy. Looks like we've got a Jimmy who has entered the stage, which is cool. So look at this. I'm going to add you to the stage now. We're going to remove the slides and we're going to take down this comment. And we may have, so what tends to happen is there's some audio slight issues, but we're going to add you to the stage. There's Jimmy, welcome. Love it, love the backdrop. So this is how we'd interview. Now you're muted, so I might be able to unmute you. And I'm trying to do that right now. Unmute mic. They can't mute because they chose to mute themselves. Okay, so you're choosing to mute yourself there, Jimmy. It's not a problem. There you go. Fantastic. So I think what we're probably going to see is a lot of reverberation on the mic. I think it's because I'm speaking, you're listening, etc. So we're going to have reverberation. But you very kindly showed me how easy it is by me just sharing that link for her to be able to jump on and jump into this, and we are here. So great to see you. Thank you so much for jumping on and being a demo and showing how easy that was. Thank you, Jimmy. So then if you wanted to remove someone from the stage, you then just say remove. Great, we're now back in and demonstrating again. So how cool is that, guys? There's loads there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say goodbye to our lovely viewers on LinkedIn Live. I hope that's been useful. Please do watch back our LinkedIn for Breakfast or join our LinkedIn for Breakfast community, which is school.com/LinkedIn-for-breakfast. And you can then yourself come and see the full demo and be part of these sessions. Great. So thank you all. And I'll end that stream. So you press it twice. So end stream once, end stream twice. The stream is ending. Goodbye, everybody. And it will, in a second, say low there. And I can say it went well. Great. And I don't have to give feedback. So that's it. You can see top left, it has ended. And I can now return to the dashboard. Job done. Okay. So I can take a breath. Whoa. it's quite a full going on there. And also remember at this point we are also live streaming this whole session on YouTube as well. So I'm live streaming this on YouTube whilst having the Zoom meeting with you guys, whilst then doing the live stream on LinkedIn. So that's pretty mental. But there you go. Here we are. So you can see here that this is now, it will be in here as a past event. And then I can see this. So this was a past event. This was today. And it ran for 7 minutes. And you can download it, etc. If you want to. You've got libraries and different things you can work on here. Cool. Now, the next thing I wanted to show you is to jump onto LinkedIn. And now, once we've set this up, if we wanted to, let me just jump onto my profile. Here we go. Good stuff. So if we scroll down here, the thing should have been set up. So here's the live stream that I just did. So you can see here it's live and it's instantly there, and we can see us chatting away on this live stream, right? Great stuff. So it's there and it will stay on my profile as a post. And people can then continue to watch it and consume it. The next thing is that the event should have been set up. So let's go into events and now let's see, let's show or post. It should have been set up by now. So here we go, perfect. So the first event that's up there is the one that we just did, because a live stream is an event and it will show up in the event section. This now is the actual demo of the live stream post that we've got. And so this is then using LinkedIn Live, a demo. And so you can see that the event is set up. So if I click on it, now we've got the LinkedIn event. Great. And I will go into this. And so I can then start to fill this in a little bit more. So by adding a bit more of a description in here, test description, and then also adding myself as a speaker, then what I'm doing is I'm just filling out a little bit more of this content to make sure it's perfect for it. So I can see now I'm the speaker. We've got some details that is here. So we've got a test, we've got the speaker. But the most important thing to do when you create an event on LinkedIn is to use this share button and go and invite people to the event. And I can then go and filter this via industry. And I can then say, hey, I want to look at all the people that are in training and coaching. I can show the results. And these are the people who are my first degree connections. Here they are. I can click on this button and look, 50 have been selected and they will all get an invite to this event. But here's the hack. If I scroll to the bottom and then I scroll down a little bit more and then I scroll down a little bit more and I do it one more time, I then unclick on this button, I re-click on this button and look, 90 is selected. And so I can go to keep on doing it a bit more and I can keep on doing it more. And you can actually keep on going like this until you get up to about 1,000 and then it will stop you to doing it. So each week when you do this, you can then get up to 1,000 people and invite them to your event, which is cool because it's not such a massive issue if they turn up or not, but if they register, then that's 100 or so leads that have said, yes, actually, I was interested in that topic. And you can then send them the replay if they miss it and don't turn up, or if they do turn up, that's great. You've got an audience. And so it just gives you an opportunity. And of course, they then get a ping when you go live that you have gone live in the event that they have registered for. So that's a really great way to be able to do, to be able to work this through, right? So that's it, guys. So that's how you set up an event. That's how you live stream. Hopefully that's dismissed some of the myths around it. What I want to do is just go into, in a minute, go into some breakout rooms and just allow you guys just to download a little bit of that and talk amongst yourself and think, well, actually, what could I live stream about? Why would live stream be interesting? And actually give your thoughts if you are worried about doing it and you've never done one before, or give your experience if you have already live streamed and share it with everybody else. That'd be fantastic. So we're going to do that in a second. But before we do, guys, I mentioned that if you wanted to, we do a one-to-one LinkedIn profile audit. So we look at your LinkedIn profile and we review it for how effective it is for brand awareness and lead generation. We give you some great tips to be able to help you to improve your LinkedIn profile. It's a totally free session, and we're here to be able to give you further help and support and to demonstrate that for you. I and my team do them, so it's done on a bit of a round robin, depending on how many slots we have available. They are limited in availability. So if you wanted to jump onto one of those slots, let me just talk to you about it. So here's the link to it, and we're just going to go through exactly what it takes to be able to generate leads from your profile and actually get a really bless. Oh, Dawn saying absolutely do the profile audit. It's a game changer. Bless her. That's thank you so much, Dawn. So there's the link to it. And just to show you guys, this is the link that I've just posted into the chat. If you're watching this live, or on the replay, then there'll be a link probably before in the description below this. There's not masses. There's one left today, three on Thursday, three on Friday. So there's quite a few of us on here. So there's not masses there. So grab one. They are limited availability, and if you can secure one of those spaces, it'll be high value, loads of different ideas and support pieces that we can put through to you. It is just for business owners because that's the lead generation and brand awareness isn't find a job. So if you're here to be able to find out how LinkedIn can help you to get a new role, this is just not for you. We just wouldn't. There's not that type of advice from those sessions. It's around how to find clients and how to raise the profile of your business via LinkedIn. So do jump onto one of those and we can help you with it. Lovely, gang. So as I mentioned, just as you guys support those, we're going to jump into the waiting room now. And Linda says she's still waiting for her LinkedIn profile audit. Okay, so if someone could go back to Linda Flora on that, that would be good, so we can get her booked in. So let's do this now. Excuse me. And we're going to go into these breakout rooms for 5 minutes. So we're going to close the rooms about 41 minutes past. And we want to hear from a spokesperson in each room of what was the one key. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, just letting us all come on back. That's awesome. Do we like the breakout rooms? It's a good opportunity. Yeah, great. It's a nice opportunity to kind of meet and say hello to people, see who's in the room, which is great. So thank you all. And there's some of the ideas and tips that were being shared in those breakout rooms. I was really impressed with. So thank you all for asking great questions and also sharing great advice. Really, really cool. So if I can just ask for the spokesperson in each room just to use the old digital hand, like Dawn is beautifully demonstrating, and use that sort of raised hand icon. It's in the heart below, usually, if you are using the Zoom app. And if you can then add your little digital hand up if you're the spokesperson for the room, and we want to see 5 of these hands across the top. Fantastic. So you've got Dawn, Gary, and then if you can't see anybody in your room volunteering and you would be happy to volunteer, please do volunteer yourself to just share one tip from the room. So let's start with Dawn. Dawn, do you want to share what your tip is from the room?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Christine in our group, she was a bit nervous. I mean, I did say if she didn't jump, I'd push her. I mean, and that wasn't the tip. But I was saying that when I did my first one, there's nobody registered. Well, lots of people registered, lots of people said they were going to, and no one turned up. But I just went ahead and just did it anyway. And I actually acknowledged at the beginning of it. This is the first one I'm doing. And those of you who are going to catch the replay, then, please do put your comments below. And that I didn't get any engagement, but then now it's got over 2,000 views. So it's an asset that will stay on your LinkedIn profile. So, I mean, it had 2,000 views the last time I looked at it. I haven't looked at it for ages, but it stays on your profile and people will always find it. So just go for it. And if you need someone to push you off, I'm quite happy to oblige.
I love it.
So
Thank you. Yeah, it just goes to show that yeah, they sit there as an asset. I think Les was mentioning this in his room as well, saying that the beauty of this is it's like creating a live video for your profile, and then it can sit there collecting views over time, which is great. So thank you, Dawn. Love that. Gary, over to you.
So I believe it was Sarah in our group who thought it was a good idea that you could use it. You could invite 1,000 people, and then those that didn't turn up, you can use the live post as a retargeting tool, um, which will then mean that you've got access to potentially 1,000 new customers.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So by sending out the live posts as DMs to those, or even finding their email addresses and drawing them on, and actually, if you create an event on your company page, you can actually ask for people's email addresses. Now, it's not best. I personally think if you want to get more people saying they will attend, it's better to do it on your profile because you have usually more connections on your profile, so the bigger push will happen on the profile as opposed to the page. But if you did it on your page, you could actually add a form in and they could register with their email address. So there's different ways of approaching it and following people up after it. But yeah, some really great opportunities there. So thank you, Gary. Love that. Debbie, over to you.
Yeah, sure. I think there was a bit of a mixed experience in the room, but I think it's been so insightful. Thank you so much. I had no idea you had to go through a third party on LinkedIn. And there's nothing quite like having a live demo. I think somebody in the room said, you can trawl on YouTube and get all the books and everything, but this has been so helpful and so valuable.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
my
Yeah, it's
pleasure.
been really good. Thank you.
Thank you. No worries. Thank you. And what was the sort of tip from the room?
Well, one of the ladies, I'm sorry, I can't remember the names. I'm quite new to this group. Had been doing some YouTube, I think she said, films, or lives, and was going to start using YouTube, LinkedIn. Sorry, a couple of people have done newsletters, so I think we're all quite new to live streaming. So yeah, watch this space.
I love it. Okay.
Oh,
So
just
so
yeah, sorry. Can I be really cheeky and just ask a quick question? A lot of those features you were showing today, was that on the paid version or do you still
no,
get those features?
I don't have the paid version. So
Ah, right.
everything I showed you is totally for free.
Ah, brilliant.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's cool.
Thank you.
So the only caveat is obviously it has the little StreamYard logo on the live stream, but it's fine for me. Do you know what it's all about, in my opinion? Business is about keep things inexpensive, keep things use the free tools, keep everything low cost until you see something working really nicely, and then double down on it. So once green shoots start to go, and you're going, wow, I'm getting people coming to my live stream, this is working great, that's the sign that actually it's worth investing more time and upgrading to the premium because you've tested it. We have a thing in our client group called TNAD, which is try it, nail it, automate it, delegate it. So the whole kind of you're trying it, you try and try and try until you nail it. Okay, cool. Now this is working for me. Then I can try and use as many automation tools to remove time as possible, which is obviously where the paid bit comes in. And then the delegation bit is then to try and delegate as much of it to someone in my team as possible that isn't me. So I can just rock, yeah, for example, with this event, I just rock up, room full of people. I can go do the jazz hand stuff, say hello to you guys, have some fun, and then come see you guys in the one-to-ones for the audit. I don't have to do anything else because I've TNADed the whole process and my team then look after it. And that's the whole beauty of this. And you want to do the same with live streams, the slides you're creating, all the rest of it can all be done for you. And you can just rock up and present after you know the process and you got it right and you can delegate it off to other people. So this is about the T part of TNAD. And if anybody wants to know what does why TNAD is like, I'm not very good at acronyms, so I just put TNAD. There you go. So, yeah, there's no name for it. Good. Emma, over to you. You were great. I came into your group. You were saying some really cool things about your streaming. So thank you for those ideas. What's the tip from your room?
Well, we had a few. I think we seemed to kind of come to a midpoint. There was myself, me, Amina, Flora, Les, and Jill. I don't think I've missed anybody. And we sort of thought that the event was brilliant as an asset because it gives people that ability to come at it when they have time, rather than it just be like catch me now or miss me kind of thing, you know. Ask good questions in it for engagement to get people involved. Having a strong hook rather than opening in a kind of fluffy sort of, well, I thought I'd just jump on and whatever, because you've got like 7 seconds before people just go, whatever, move on. And then we wondered, oh, and we talked about live being better than sort of a scripted video because it's more you, it's more authentic, and your energy comes through. Which, and I only say this because I've done it in my business for like 10 years, just going live on Facebook, pulling cards and doing the daily tap, and it does work. Now I'm at the expanding bit, so I'm in the nailing bit, I think, at the minute. But we had a question, which was that because it's not a native function in LinkedIn, does that mean that the algorithm doesn't impact it as much? Because in Facebook, if you don't go native in Facebook or Instagram, it's if you stream in, and I've tried it loads of different ways, it massively impacts your reach. I used to get thousands of reach and I don't anymore in Facebook because of that. So what's the deal with that in LinkedIn?
I'd be when you're so it's correct what you're saying. So if you're using like a Buffer or a Hootsuite to be able to schedule your posts into LinkedIn, the reach will be less on LinkedIn. But because LinkedIn does not have this as a native functionality, it doesn't impact the reach of your live streams because it just doesn't have there's no other thing that you could use. So for streaming, it's fine. But for posting, you would want to post natively as in post on the platform, as opposed to using a third-party app. So this is one of the small caveats or the small kind of exceptions to the rule for LinkedIn, certainly. So yeah, really, really cool. Right, guys. So what we're going to do, I'm going to stick around for 5-10 minutes and answer a few of these questions because there's loads of questions in the chat. Just a quick reminder before I do, please do jump onto one of these profile audits. Thank you to the people who have already booked because they've been pinging up on my phone as we've been doing this. I'm just going to put the link into the chat one more time if you missed that. If you're still wondering about how to go do this or just, don't want to get distracted with it, click on it so it's open on a tab. So when we close the browser, you've got the link still. Again, we're going to look at your headline effectiveness, banner, recommendations, lead generation. We're going to give you a full audit of your profile. Good. So jump into the room then. We're going to be looking at, we've got a few people in the chat here. So Jill saying, does it work for group discussions on Zoom? I'm thinking about streaming one of our forum theatre sessions. Yeah, it does work. You can live stream. Well, caveat. Okay. So when you talk about Zoom, actually, there is a bit of a caveat here. Zoom allows you to stream, and there's a button here that says live streaming. And actually, if I can show you here, I'm going to print my screen, and I'm just going to. I'm going to have to print my screen because you won't be able to see it, and I'm going to have to share my screen again, and then I'm going to have to paste it into here. There you go, great. So this was the button. So here, this little 3 dots thing here. Go away. So this little button you pings up and you see live stream here, and you can see I'm live streaming, and it has natively you can live stream to Facebook and YouTube, which is all integrated within Zoom. But for whatever reason, there isn't a LinkedIn integration directly from Zoom, so you have to then use I think it's called an SMTP thing, which is basically you hook that up to StreamYard, and you can then stream a Zoom meeting through StreamYard. So let me just kind of show you what I'm doing. Now, this is getting a bit ninja here, but it can be done. And so I'm going to kind of give you a demonstration. So you add a destination, and when you do that, sorry, it's an RTMP, right? RTMP. So you would then have to, I'd have to upgrade. So you have to upgrade to it. But basically, the RTMTP basically is you streaming to a URL, and Zoom will stream to that URL. So basically, it's creating the link between Zoom, your Zoom meeting that you're running live, like this meeting we're running now, and this RTMTP, which is the bridge that then goes into StreamYard, which will then stream onto LinkedIn. So it's kind of two bridges. One is the bridge between your Zoom and StreamYard, which is the RTMP, and then the second bridge, which is the StreamYard to LinkedIn, which is the one that I just demonstrated to you, which would then zoom into there. So it can be done, but as you can see, it's a little bit wah, ninja. So you just have to have a play about with it if you're so keen, right? So there you go. Next question. If you've got a question and you haven't, don't think about worrying about going in the chat, or if I missed it, please just put the old digital digit up and we can go do it. Emma, let's do that whilst I look for the next question in the chat. Go for it, Emma.
I think you did this at the beginning, which was if I've got a group session that's maybe paid in Zoom, because I have next week, is it ethical? Can I do like the first 5 minutes of streaming, if everybody's aware, streaming onto Facebook, LinkedIn, and wherever to say any stragglers, right? I'm really excited. We're here in Zoom with everybody, blah, 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 blah. This is what we're going to do. Here's the link if you want to come and join us. Is that something that you do? Does it work? Can we do it?
You definitely could do. I would do those almost as like shorts, and upload that because I think shorts are going to have the fastest reach. You could also do a live stream, so you could do a quick live stream and say, "Hey, we're just going to be doing this, this, and this in this session. We're going to be talking about this. Here's the link." And also, I'd schedule some shorts out to say, "Hey, today we're going to be talking about this," because they have quite a great viral effect. What do we mean by shorts, guys? It's a 1 minute video, usually filmed portrait, not landscape. And if you see, and we talk about this within the kind of changes for 2025 session that we did, on LinkedIn, they've added in a button at the bottom, which is video. And the video is very much like a TikTok style, Instagram stories style swipe up. This is all, hang on, let me just turn this down. So the whole point of it is it works like that. That's what LinkedIn has brought in. And so the reach of that type of post is far bigger and the views are bigger. And they're trying to put a lot of prominence on Instagram type stories on LinkedIn. So that would be my top tip if you want to get stuff seen quickly for it. Good. Jan says, will I be able to get the recording of this stunning meeting? Oh, bless you. Yes, it's always. So if anybody wants to know how do you get the recording of these meetings, what we do within LinkedIn for Breakfast is at the top, you'll see here that we create a post here, which is about promoting this session. And then we've just got an image. Flora then goes into this and she will then change this to being not just Zoom room, but she'll actually then remove this picture and then put the recording on here. So you better see it and we keep it pinned to the top, right? And she'll also say recording here. So you'll see it as the top pinned post. And that will happen within an hour of this session. So you can get access to it. Cool. Other quick tips here just before I finish, guys. If anybody hasn't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I've got a load of cool little demos that you can get access to. So here's my YouTube and I share this. There's a load of little 5 minute hack type videos, like how do you download your LinkedIn contacts and how do you get all their email addresses out through. So if I just view my channel here, here we go, perfect. And then we'll do the last question with Claire. So that's just going into the chat now, everybody. Here we go. Perfect. So in this channel we have you can see the live stream actually we're doing now, but I do lots of little small tips and stuff. So how do you live stream a Zoom meeting to Facebook and YouTube? So there's a little video there, and they're like 6 minutes or 4 minutes or whatever it is. So there's loads of help and support there for you. Good. So do subscribe to that. So Claire, we're going to do last meeting and then we're going to stop because at 10 o'clock we have our $1 Million Sprint session. And so if you are a $1 Million Sprinter, feel free to stay on. If you are a LinkedIn for Breakfaster, then at 10, after Claire's question, we will then close. Claire, over to you.
Hello, quick question here. So ordinarily I'm transitioning from being a professional accountant doing CFO roles into a career coaching. Can I do a second LinkedIn profile? Is that the easiest way to do it? No. Okay.
No. Whatever you do, do not, because you'll get banned, basically.
Okay.
They will take down, the annoying thing is they'll take down both. and you
Okay.
might lose years of connections on the accounting one. You can have two pages. So you can have your accountancy page and you can have a career coaching page and you could grow that. But people buy from people and you've got a big network. So I'd always say your personal brand is the most important brand on LinkedIn. So run that and just, if you're going to transition, then do it. Jump out the airplane, build the parachute on the way down.
Thank you.
No worries, Claire. And if you want any help on that, I don't know if you have done or not, but feel free to book one of those profile audits and we can go through step by step how you might do that. Lovely. Well, thanks, guys. If you are $1 million sprinters, stay on because we're going to go into some drop-in clinic and be able to help you with your campaigns. If you are LinkedIn for breakfasters, great to see you. See you on the profile audit or see you next week. Big love. Take care. See you later, guys.